problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because your mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? Because your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been to Hawaii. Only time. Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom wouldn't have sex with you?
Now, the difference here, although he's not on camera, he does mention my name. And his voice has deemed to be recognizable. I can use this 100%. Barry, I'm going to tell you something right now. Now I'm going to tell you straight. I am not going to go easy on you on this present case we have right now. I may even introduce the bribery charges. We've got that. You're on camera. There is no question. I am not worried about the money at this point. I never was. You're as low as the lowest piece of shit can possibly get. There ain't no lower than you. And we got a lot of low people on here, but there's nobody lower than you. And that's why you are in the position that you are in right now. And if you think I'm not going to push more in regards to you and make sure that you have excessive jail time, it will never see the light of day, well, you did it today. My mother is not alive. She can't defend herself. You talk about somebody's mom, it's one thing to talk about me. No, folks, I have never, ever called this family. I don't know the contact. I could look it up real easy because I have a lot of documents, but I have never, ever, ever, the liar that he is, I have never contacted his family, and I'd like to see proof of that. But here, I got proof of what he just said, and he's trying to hit the lowest point he could possibly get to get my attention. Well, you got my attention. You always had my attention. No matter what you say, you've always had my attention. And I make sure that I document every single thing you do, because when it comes time that I get on a stand in a courtroom, I am going to lay it out. I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to make sure that one way or the other, that you are not going to walk the streets. If I could help it, you will not get bail on this case. It is entirely up to the judge, and there will be documents going out in regards to that. I've already spoke to my attorney on that, and we're going to give him reasons as to why you should not get any bail. If it works, it works. If it don't, we'll deal with you one way or the other. My mother and my sister are now whores. You're that desperate. I mean, you're really that desperate to get at me? Oh, you got at me. You got at me a lot of times. That's why you're in jail and more to come. Your paperwork is getting ready. Yeah, you're going to go for a ride. You're going to jail, mofo. A real jail. A real jail. Let's see your attitude in jail like that. Let's see if you got your little game box or anything in jail, you piece of shit. Let's see. You're not going to have that. You're going to suffer even more than you're suffering now. You're, as far as I'm concerned, like I said, you're at the fucking Ritz-Carlton. But where you're going, it ain't going to resemble the fucking Ritz-Carlton, that's for goddamn sure. My mother, she's not around anymore. She can't defend herself on these statements. But you know what? By law, I can defend her out here. Doesn't matter where she comes from. He's talking about my mother. Okay, he's getting that low, and he's getting that desperate that he has to continue to scratch the bottom of that barrel. But what is he doing? Nothing less than he's been doing before or more, really. Digging his own grave deeper and deeper. He wants freedom. I keep on hearing all this talk. I want to be free. I want to go home. I want to do this. I want to do that. It seems like I don't really have to do much at all, because he's giving me all the information. He's giving me all the evidence. It's like being served on a fucking silver platter. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. My mother's dead. Rest in peace. She can't defend herself. Although my sister's alive, you know, I really don't think she's going to be getting any kind of word on this. But point being, why do you bring my sister and my mother in on this? What, you can't handle me? Is that it? You have to dig deeper in that hole that you're digging for yourself? I promise you, Mr. Barry Lee Jordan, I will say your name. Mr. Barry Lee Jordan, I'm going to take this case as far as it can, and if it doesn't work out in some respect, I'm going to make appeals. I'm going to make sure that your ass lays in jail until the day you die. That is my promise to you. That's my promise. It's not a threat at all. It's a promise. Leave dead family matters out of this shit. You are 100% the biggest lowlife I have met in my 69 years of life on this planet. You are the biggest lowlife, and I've met lowlifes. Why would a woman even take interest in you is beyond me and beyond everybody else. Boy, what a sterling character you are. Why would any woman ever stay in a relationship with you? Any woman, no matter who it is, unless she's just as fucking sick as you are. Why? Any woman. Period. Period. I'm glad I got 33 here. Hey there. Yeah, Barry Jordan did a show, and I'm going to replay it for you guys. And I got a clip here, and I got the whole show. That's important. And the audio is, because he does mention my name, that's a big difference. Normally, a court of law, they want to see a person's on camera. But his, sorry about if there was a tiny bit of reconnect. Let's listen to this.
I think Frank's mom and sister were whore, because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading her legs for everybody, but his daddy, I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because your mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? We wouldn't have sex with you? Only time you ever been to Hawaii. Only time. Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time you ever been to Hawaii. Probably because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading her legs for everybody, but his daddy, I think.
Let me tell you something, and I'll tell you in all honesty. If not for legal purposes, if not for the sense I'd go to jail, okay, I would beat this guy to a fucking pulp for what he just said. Not to mention all the other things he said. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm a lawful person in the respect that I'm a visitor in this country, okay, in respect, even as a human, period, no matter where I'm living or where my origin is from. Anybody normally outside of YouTube, outside or into my old country, that would ever say something like that to me, either one of these things about child molesting, the threats, and now calling my mother and sister a whore, he wouldn't be walking anymore. His legs would be broken. His arms would be broken. His neck would be broken. There's no doubt about that. This is not tough talk. It's none. He should be glad that he's been introduced to the penal system because they're going to take care of business. I will make sure that they do. But if he said that to me, in a different situation, outside of the courts, it'd be a whole different situation. Oh, he wanted my attention. Okay, he got it. But he's always had my attention. I record everything he does. That was wrong. That was absolutely wrong. I study narcissists. Pain after a beating is temporary. Legal repercussions are more powerful and last longer. Well, I stated that on my shows a long time ago, that wounds can heal, but something like having a legal system on him and incarcerating him, that's better than any beat up. I can't stand this motherfucker. I want to jump through the fucking screen at this guy. Seriously, I think you know how I feel. And he wants me to feel this way. That's okay, because I do feel that way. He should be happy he's incarcerated. He should be happy. the devil and the angel fighting on my shoulder, if you know what I mean. I talked about the devil and the angel. He would not get away with this outside of the Philippines. He would not get away with this. Oh my God. He would never be walking the rest of his life. And I'd cut off his dick and shove it in his fucking mouth. But that's only before I cut off his tongue. That's what I would do if it was outside the law. But unfortunately, I can't do that. We're in the Philippines. I'm going to let the law handle this matter. I'm going to add another case to this, which is going to tie him up even longer. Even longer. Even longer. He's going to regret the day he's ever opened his mouth in regards to what he has called me, what he has done, everything. Everything. Everything in a pot, all together. I'm going to make a witch's brew for this guy that he will never forget for the rest of his life. He can't control himself, and this is what gets him into trouble. He just can't control himself. And he will never get to the level of life that he would like to achieve. It's not going to happen. And a woman interested in him, why? Why? Why would any woman, if they really knew what he was like, that just means trouble for them. If they knew that this guy was that sick, that hateful, no woman would come within 500 feet of him. Nevertheless, date him. Let's play this again. Let's do that. Let's play this again. And if you think I'm not going to do another case on you, you're wrong. It doesn't have to be my existing lawyer. Doesn't have to. He's probably got a caseload, but we'll see. I'll easily hire another lawyer. I'm not worried about the fucking money. Not one bit. Let's listen.
But his daddy, I think it's a problem. I think he's mad.
Let's start from the beginning.
I think Frank's mom and sister were. I think that's why Frank has so many problems, because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading her legs for everybody. But his daddy, I think it's a problem.
My mom was out there spreading her legs. Let me tell you something. I think you know how I feel. I think you know how I feel. And I think you know what I'm going to say. Any opportunity outside of court, okay? Any opportunity. Any opportunity. If there wasn't a legal system to face out here or anywhere, this problem would be taken care of and there won't be needing no court after the things he said about me. He's gone the distance nobody has ever done to anybody in YouTube history as far as the Philippines genre. It's his mouth that all his life has gotten him into trouble. And everything that comes out of his mouth because of his own misery, his own frustration, he's doing it all to himself. Yeah, Paul says he's exactly where he should be. No, he's not yet. He's going to prison. And we'll hope we're going to keep him there. And we'll hope that the judge hones in on this later on. Yeah, at least I know who my mother was. Very good on that one. Let's listen again, more of the rest of it.
Thanks for everybody, but his daddy, I think it's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because your mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? Because your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been to Hawaii. Only time. Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been.
Then he goes on to say, I'm going to go meet up with his sister or his brother or his daughter, and I'm going to get information. Oh, man, I could go on, guys, but I'm not going to blow the rest of my late afternoon with this. I'm really not. He does say my name in here. That can be used. That can be used. That's all I needed to make the association that he was talking about me. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Barry, I'm going to tell you something straight up, and I think you know how I feel. You're just a little whizzle. You're a skinny little fucker other than your little bear belly. You couldn't fight your way out of a fucking wet paper bag. You couldn't tackle a fucking ramen noodle. The noodle would fucking win. And the only way you could get through with anybody is to carry a weapon. like you did on that poor bartender, because you owed money. She had the right to ask for the money. And you put the camera off and you basically tell her, don't be telling me I owe you money. I don't owe you anything. Give me another drink, you bitch. That's probably what he said to her. That's when he pulls out the knife to intimidate her. That's the kind of guy that Barry Lee Jordan is. And that's been documented, even in the papers. Cats and Dogs says it's horrendous what he said. What's my mother have to do with anything? What does she have to do with anything? Or my sister? She's not around anymore. She can't defend herself to statements like this. That's right, at least I have a mother. I'm not sure he knows who his mother is. Back where he lives. I could say a few things, but I'm going to refrain from saying about his environment and his upbringing. I'm going to refrain from saying that. Yes, Warren is Ignite. So I'm putting a message out to you, Mr. Barry Lee Jordan. I have no reason not to mention your full name on here. I am going to file another case on you. And you're never going to be out of the court system. You're never going to be sent home if I can help it. If I can help it, you're never going to see day of light. You're never going to leave here to go to the United States because you did it today. You did it today. I wanted to see how low you would go. I was waiting because I knew there was more. Knowing you the way I do, I knew there was more to come, and today was the day. No, you don't have to be on camera for this one. No, your identity already has been identified by your voice on other videos that's being submitted. You said my name. It's all that matters. You said my name on there. That's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up. Oh, you're in his head now. He's giving you shout-outs now, huh? Well, he thinks I'm you, or something like that. Anybody who supports my channel, he thinks it's a sock account. You did it now, Barry. You did it now. Man, I wish that if you get bail, I wish and I hope that I see you on the street somewhere, and I'm going to use that opportunity to see if you raise your hand to me or make an offensive motion in any fucking way. That will give me legal license to beat the living snot out of you. I will make you pay one way or the other. This is a living, breathing promise I'm making to you, Barry Lee Jordan. But right now, it's a legal case that we're going to be entering and finishing. We're going to be starting an actual trial. I will present all this information to my lawyer, prosecutor, and it will get to the judge. If you thought you were going to get freedom, you better think again. You better definitely think again. What did he do? I'll play it again. He's talking about my dead mother and my sister, calling them whores. I'll play this all damn day long. Here we go.
He can say whatever he wants to. I think Frank's mom and sister were. I think that's why Frank has so many problems, because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading the legs for everybody, but his daddy. I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck him.
I'm gonna play this for a while.
I think he's mad because his mom was a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because his mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? Because his mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been to Hawaii. Only time. Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been to Hawaii. Probably because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading the legs for everybody, but his daddy. I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because his mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you call other men's wives? Probably because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading the legs for everybody, but his daddy. I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because your mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? Because your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom didn't want to fuck you? Is that what it was, huh? Yeah, no. Right now, you have freedom of speech to call other men's wives. Because his mom was a hoe. His His mom was out there spreading the legs for everybody, but his daddy. I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because your mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? Because your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom didn't want to fuck you? Is that what it was, huh? Yeah, no, right, no, you have freedom of speech to call other men's wives.
Wow, I see another case coming out of this. Grabbing at straws. Now he brings my mother and sister and family saying that they're whores, mentions my name. Digger is digging again. You know what? I'm going to enjoy all of this. I'm going to enjoy all of this. And I'm going to go hog wild on your ass legally. Now you're that desperate you have to bring my mother and sister and daughter in on this? Seriously? You are a sick motherfucker. Barry Jordan, you are a sick motherfucker. Anyway, you heard it for yourself there. And he mentioned my name, Frank. That was critical. That was absolutely critical. If he didn't mention my name, that would have been a goner. I got duplicates of this. It ain't going anywhere. You heard it on my show I broadcast. You're hearing it now. This ain't going anywhere. My study says, have you thought about asking your attorney to subpoena his visitors list as potential witnesses? Let me tell you something. In all honesty, it's hard to get lawyers to do a whole lot of things. You see, you're not their only client. Let me be very honest with you. You're not their only client. And they got other cases that they're handling. And when you push your lawyer too hard, they'll shy away a little bit. That's the way they are. However, he's well aware of all this. And we'll introduce all of this when we have our time to do it. When I'm on a stand and when there's other evidence to introduce. We're going to introduce this shit, but I think what I might do, we're still going to do this to introduce it, but I think I'm going to make a whole nother case against him. I already discussed it with my girlfriend. It's both each other's money here. Well, it's deemed to be both our money. She has no problem with that. She has certain morals and values in talking about somebody's mother, a dead mother, who can't defend themselves. They can't defend themselves. I study says, hey, Vagrant, I know you're listening. Thanks for the ongoing shout-outs. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, I've never been more serious in my life. He wants to trigger me? I'm glad you did. There's good triggering and there's bad triggering. But when I got something that's going to be used as evidence, that's good triggering. I look for this material. I pray for this material. That's what I do. I know when you're drinking, it comes out. I know when you're extra mad about your situation, it comes out. And I know that you're getting more and more frustrated with your situation. I understand. But you put yourself there. As I said, if I could help it, I could make a promise to all my viewers, and most of all, a promise to myself. And to someone who can't defend themselves, like my mom or my sister. Okay. I make a promise. I make a promise to my long gone mother in defense of her position. I make a promise, and I'm looking at her picture right now. I make a promise to her that I will punish him for what he just said. I make a promise that I will continue this case and drag it out for as long as I can. I will try to get the best results from this case, no matter what it takes and how much money it's involved. I don't care about the money in situations like this. No, I don't pray. But I'll tell you what, I'll become a praying man. I'll become a praying man if I have to. And pray that the courts see how fucked up this guy is and give him the biggest sentence ever. Ever. You guys heard it all. You want to know how low he is? That's a prime example of who he is. That is a prime example. And the last show he did, he couldn't shut his mouth. It was the same shit. Knocking me, mocking me, defaming me. Then he has to bring my mother, my sister, calling them whores. My mother spreading her legs all over the place. Dude, law or not, if you were in front of me right now, this moment, the way I'm feeling, I would have to probably take the law into my own hands. But in defense of that, I think the courts would understand, because they all have mothers or sisters. They all do. Believe me, when I was in that courtroom, I had to do everything to restrain myself and realize that there's a trial that's going to be going on. Got to be on my best behavior. But what was going through my mind, having him only about 10 feet away from me, you have no idea what's going on in my mind. But there's nothing I could do about it, even if I wanted to. Nothing. Zero. We got a legal situation going on there, and I was certainly not going to complicate the situation. I wasn't going to do that. George Brown says, Frank, his goose has been cooked for 10 months now. It's cooked even more. I'm promising you, no sooner did he put that video on, and I'm telling you, no sooner did I hear that statement, bam, went right to phone messenger, right to my lawyer. Now, I'm not sure I'm using my lawyer for this because he's got quite a schedule going. He still might be able to. But I'll just go out and just hire another lawyer if I have to. He'll be going to court cases for the next 15 years. To guarantee that he's going to be behind bars somewhere. Yeah, your goose is cooked, Mr. Barry Lee Jordan. Your goose is overcooked. I'm so happy that you did that show today. I'm so happy that I caught that audio clip where you mentioned my name. Your goose is cooked. Nobody, if they even had the remote amount of respect for you, cannot respect you after that broadcast. If they do, they're just as bad as you. My dead mother? Really? You want to go that low? You're hurting that much in your jail cell? Oh, wait till you're transferred. Oh yeah, he was playing his Xbox again today, like la la la. I'm in the fucking Ritz-Carlton, and I'm getting away with all this shit. The guards don't care. But I'll tell you what, where you're going there, bud, the guards will care. You ain't going to be playing with your phone in there. You ain't going to have it. You ain't going to play with your Xbox in there because you're not going to have it. You will have to relinquish all your possessions. That's right. And I'm going to make sure you stay in a prison for as long as it possibly takes. Do I sound serious? Do I sound serious, Barry Lee Jordan? You bet I'm serious. I'm hoping so too, Raining Cats and Dogs, but like I said, I could only introduce evidence. I could only do what I have to do. It is a Republic of Philippines against him. Besides myself, all I could do is introduce evidence as I'm allowed. There might be special permission that you have to go through in paperwork to introduce new evidence, but that's possible. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. But I can do a whole separate case. There's two things. I'm going to consider both of them. I'll make sure you don't see the light of day for a long time. How do you like that, motherfucker? Yeah, your mouth got you into more trouble again today, didn't it? Didn't it, Bobo? Didn't it, Bubba? Yeah, it sure did. Because now, there's another case where you are on camera. Where you're trying to, this intent to bribe the prosecutor? For the $50,000 that CW gave you. You're on camera with that, buddy. You're on camera with that. There's the other one, you're on a telephone with somebody. And you were saying that you're upset with Ricky and everybody. Remember that? But they could have done something better with the money. You remember that one? To get him out of it, get yourself out of the situation, to go bribe somebody. I got them both. I have them both. I've got them. They're on a card. They didn't go anywhere. I've got them. So maybe 2 more cases against you. I'll keep you so goddamn tied up in the legal system that you're never going to see the light of day, mofo. How do you like them apples? How do you like that? Come on, tell me, how do you like that? Do some more. Come on, man. Do some more shows. It's going to be your last opportunity, man. Do some more shows. iStudy says, as a minimum, you have cause for many unjust vexation cases. Oh, absolutely. That could keep him jailed awaiting case. Well, I'm going to make Gilda hear this one. Barry did a show earlier, and he gets so low he had to bring my mother and sister, calling them whores and spreading their legs. I want Gilda to hear this. She don't even like hearing all that shit, but this is where, you know, like I already wrote the attorney about doing another case. If not him, somebody else. And this is what he had to say on his show. And he had a lot to say on his show. He had a lot to say. But he got so desperate that he had to bring my dead mother into this. And here's what he had to say.
He can say whatever he wants to about people. I think Frank's mom and sister were I think that's why Frank has so many problems, because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading her legs for everybody but his daddy. I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom was a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah, there you go. You mad because his mom wouldn't fuck you, Frank? Is that what you're mad about? Because your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been to Hawaii. Only time. Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Your mom wouldn't have sex with you? Only time I've ever been to Hawaii. Probably because his mom was a hoe. His mom was out there spreading her legs for everybody but his daddy. I think that's a problem. I think he's mad because his mom used to fuck everybody. I think he's mad because his mom's a hoe and wouldn't fuck him. Yeah.
Well, what do you think of that, Gilda? Is that another doozy?
Yes.
Let's do another case against him and just keep him in the court system for years to come. Years to come.
Yeah, just save that.
And she's heard that now, so she's going to be witness to that. She's heard it. She's witness to hearing it. So she'll be a witness on that one, too.
It's already died person. You didn't look up there in live or something. It's already died, so...
I know, my mother's already dead. I mean, she can't defend herself.
Yeah, so already brought up that one.
Yeah, why did he bring that up? Because he knows he's in a bad situation. He's trying to vent on all his frustrations, but still, you shouldn't say that. My mother can't defend herself, and calling my sister a whore, too. Then he's talking about, oh yeah, I'm going to go and I get to America. If you ever get to America, that's not looking good so far. If he ever gets to America, oh, he's going to look up my daughter. Oh, he's got all this money. He's going to go to Hawaii. He's going to talk to my brother. He's going to talk to my daughter and see what he's really like. What a puss. What a wuss. What a lowlife. I mean, you can't get lower than...
Yeah, before this, he talked to Shona.
He never talked to my daughter, believe me.
Yeah, so
He
that
never
one
talked
is
to
a
my daughter.
lie.
He's never... I got so much against this guy, I could make 6 cases. I could make 6 individual cases on this guy if I wanted to do so. 6 cases I could easily. Yeah, Rainey. Slanderous to your late mother, absolutely aberrant. It is. In this country, yes, it is a law. You cannot defame, slander, or mar the memory of someone who is dead. Now, of course, you have to have a relationship to the person. It has to be your mother. Can't be anybody else's mother, really. It has to be your mother. And that statement had to be directed to my mother and sister, actually. And it was. It was very directed. And he did use my name. That's all that matters. All he had to say was Frank. They know who it is. They know what the case is all about. They know his voice. It's already been, established. So there you go. Boy, dude, let me tell you, you are fucked. I'm going to make sure that you are double fucked. You like your Oreos? You like the double stuff Oreo? Well, I'm going to double stuff you in the court system. And let me tell you something. You ain't ever getting out if I could help it. I'll tell you what, if you do manage to get out on bail, and I happen to see you in the street, I would hope that you approach me in an aggressive way. Therefore, I have poetic license, legal license, to beat the living shit out of you. To beat the living shit out of you. That's what I'm hoping. If I happen to be in Cebu and you have bail, and you're floating around the bars, I'll keep track of you. Oh, believe me, I will. More so now. I hope we run into each other. And I hope, maybe perhaps because you're getting brave because you're drinking, I'm hoping that you approach me in an offensive way. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, they can pay for the bill. He can pay for the bill for that civil libel, but how about he already paid for the immigration
No, he hasn't paid anything
overstayed?
for immigration. I don't think he's in a legal position to get bail.
So he's still a illegal alien here in Philippines because they don't pay for the immigration yet.
I know he's still illegal, so how could he get bail? But like my lawyer said, I guess he's not doing the research, because my lawyer is not a champion of cybercrime. That's not what his training is in. But he's getting a lot of training from this
Even
one. And he's doing pretty good, but
even he pay for the bill for the civil libel, cybercrime, then
I mean
how
the
about
immigration. You mean
how about the immigration? It's
no, the
different story.
bills for the immigration you're trying to say.
No, because
Oh,
your
okay.
case to him is the billable. So if he pay for the bill for the that case, so he must pay for
Well,
the
if he's got the money to pay for
immigration. Yeah,
that, then he should have the money to pay for his immigration
yeah,
fees too, right?
immigration. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. No, violence is not the answer, timeline tours. No, it's absolutely not. This is a special case. Of course, it's not your mother he's talking about, or sister. And he never labeled you as a child molester and ruined your reputation. You're not in my shoes, timeline tours. But if you were in my shoes, you might be thinking differently. You don't know how it just kills me that I can't go out there and beat the living shit out of this guy and break every fucking bone in his body, but I can't do that. And it just bothers the shit out of me that I can't do that. And I am hoping for a situation that allows me legally to do it, to defend myself. Then I'm going to go hillbilly wild on his sorry ass. And it will be no let up at all. I will take him to the point of being deceased if I have to, if it means defending myself. But he has to make the first offensive move. I will not do that. And I don't advocate violence on my show. I just don't advocate it. That's why he is in the court system now. Because if I did advocate violence, I would have taken things in my own hands a long time ago. Long time ago. He ain't got a pot to piss in. Well, he's got a lot of money to worry about. He better have some very generous, very generous. How many cases he's going to have on him? He's got to pay all his fucking immigration and fines. And if you're going to get a lawyer that's right off the toilet seat, a student intern to represent himself, how far is that going to get him? Now, you either have evidence against somebody or you don't. That's the bottom line. We got evidence. That's the whole thing. What are they going to say? What is his defense going to be? Well, he said something about me. Well, it's not about me. The trial is about him. No matter what he thinks I said about him or what I ever really said about him, this is not his trial. This is his trial. It's not mine. I'm the one that's putting the trial against him. It's a little different. I'm not on trial. He is on trial. Oh, come on, Timeline. Please, give me a fucking break. Oh, words don't affect you. Let me tell you, Timeline Tours, are you a working man? Let me tell you something, bro. Timeline Tours, who don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you're full of shit. If you on a job and somebody labeled you as a fucking child molester, and because that word got out, even though it may not have been true about you, Timeline Tours, and you lost your job as a result of that, and your wife, because of all the embarrassment, left you because she believed that maybe that was true. And your neighbors shunned you. Your peers shunned you. Your whole fucking life falls apart. And you're going to tell me that words don't affect me at all. Never have, never will. But when your life falls apart, if that happened to you, now my life didn't fall apart, but it's affected me enough to put him in fucking jail. Please don't come on here with that fucking ultra liberal attitude. Tell me, well, prove that I did, Timeline Tours. Prove it. Who's the aggressor here? Who's the aggressor? What, he's got a bunch of fucking edited videos and most of them third party? Who's the judge going to believe, him or me? And he's already got the goddamn 7.5 years of immigration overstay. That doesn't make him look like a sterling character. Judge is going to see the whole picture with this. Who am I going to believe? This nice family man, nicely dressed, nice attitude, got attacked by a lowlife, okay? Abused by a lowlife. Someone that thinks, there's something called impunity. He thinks he has impunity when it comes to the law. That's what he thinks in his sick head. That's what he thinks, that he's above the law. What do you think a judge is going to look at? They know when he's in the courtroom. They know he's there for cybercrime. But they also know that this guy is more likely the biggest liar in the world. That he thinks he's above the law because he's challenged the law. The statements he made about police and the legal system and immigration. All of a sudden, oh, I like the commissioner. He's a good guy, the commissioner. Yeah, like it's his buddy. The immigration commissioner is his buddy now, right? Nobody gets to talk to the commissioner. Barely, not even a lawyer gets to talk to the commissioner, only their staff. He's so full of shit in every aspect of everything he's ever talked about on here. I would be surprised who he is, but he's going to be gone anyway, because he sounds like an asshole. Bye-bye, dude. Words don't affect me. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Put yourself in my shoes and you'd probably kill the guy. You wouldn't go to court. But fortunately, I'm going to obey the law. Fortunately, I'm going to make this and keep it legal. And I'm going to get all the momentum out of this as I possibly can. If he thinks I'm kidding, he knows I'm not. He never believed that immigration was going to get him, and I made that happen. He never believed that I was going to actually have an approved case against him that was going to go to court. But guess who made that happen? The guy you're listening to right now. Where is he now? Almost 10 months. Proof. He's already been to an arraignment. He's already going to be, by court order, ordered into a real jail. Do I mean business? You goddamn right I mean.